Hi, welcome to the second one today, and also the fourth episode of the series that doesn't have a name. Uh, so, in the previous one that I've recorded a minute ago, I've talked about why I'm not a weeb and trying to tell you that animation is cool. I mean, actually, because really, a lot of people I know they are really like hating animation, saying that animation is bad. Most of shows I love are animated. Maybe not, but half of shows I really love and are very important to me are animated. It's great because it's kinda sometimes brings you this childish feel like of watching cartoons when you were young, and well, sometimes it's really gore and everything is brutal, mature, 18 plus, blood everywhere. There's also the other side of the animation, but yeah. um, so yeah, since I've talked before about why I'm not a weeb and why anime is cool, some of them at least, because some are, yeah. uh, I don't watch isekai or any of those stuff. Never mind. Okay, I wanted to speak about next show right now, which is Bungo Stray Dogs. And I've watched 3 seasons and one movie. Bing watched it. It's so amazing. I'm really in love with it. And yeah, but right now there's fourth season in airing. I'm not at the place where it is. Like I'm few episodes behind, so I don't know everything. But of course, I won't spoil anything this far. I try to not spoil anything, to be honest. So what is it about? Well, it's kind of like, I mean, it's not a It's a realistic world that we live in, but there are people like X-Men, and they have superpowers and everything. And at first, I thought like, okay, there's some weirdness to it because they have these powers, but their powers, first of all, aren't like your usual powers that I should fire, I should ice, whatever. Um, but they're like, I mean, someone has a notebook, and everything that he writes in this notebook, he can like make it happen. He writes a pen, he can make a pen. He writes a grenade, he can make a grenade. As long as the thing that he writes isn't bigger than the notebook itself. The other person, which I think is really funny concept, is a doctor, and like her name isn't a doctor. Never mind. I will talk about the Doctor Who. I want to talk about Doctor Who. Never. I love this show. Um, but she's a doctor, and her ability is that she can heal anyone from like injuries and everything, as long as they are fatal, and they would like lead to death. So if someone is badly injured but not fatal, she will have to bring them to the near death experience, to like they nearly died, just to be able to heal them. And I think it's really funny concept. But at first it was like really weird, this, because they have these weird abilities and everything, and also the abilities have weird names. And I was like, okay, I can roll with it. Like, why not? Uh, but then I found out about something, because at first there was mostly characters from Japan, and I didn't know this well Japanese culture. But then we started to get people from America or Russia, and someone, for example, like Fyodor, and the name of his ability is Crime and Punishment. So I was like hearing this, and I was like, wait a minute. It cannot be a coincidence, right? So I've checked it out, and his name is Fyodor Dostoevsky. And yeah, he's like really our base, because I think that most of you know, but maybe someone doesn't know. Fyodor Dostoevsky is a writer, and he's one of most acclaimed books, if not the most acclaimed book, is Crime and Punishment. And it led me more down the spiral, and I found out they're actually pretty much every character, not every, but like 90%, main characters, side characters that appear like briefly or something, that possess any abilities or whatever, they are based on a real author or poet or someone like this that has lived in history. And also these weird names that I was like, why does this ability have such a weird names to it? They are the names of the like most acclaimed book or poem or whatever, like the work. And it's so amazing to me. It's so lovely. Like I felt in so much more love for this show after it, because some people, and also it's like it doesn't end there, because some of the like characteristics of them, some of the way they act, some of the types of personality is also based from these characters, more or less. I mean, of course, like they won't be representing them fully, because the thing, like, not saying a lot, I think that writers wasn't part of Mafia, mostly. Or maybe I'm not aware of it. So yeah, but that's the thing that like really made me love this so much more. And right now, like as we go more into it, there are more and more like people from outside of Japan, which I am able to recall, and also to those like authors that I don't know, or maybe like I knew they existed, I didn't read their books. I really got to like, oh, I want to read that, I want to do this, I want to do that. So yeah, it may lead to me in the future videos covering some of their books. I think it's really possible thing, because I need the topics to talk about. But yeah, like it is really lovely. It is really great, and someone may say this is lazy writing, because you kind of take like already established people living and take part of them to your story, take their names, take their like you kind of take from it, but it doesn't tell the same story. I think it doesn't like take away at any point. It just adds to it. It's not lazy writing. It's a great writing. It's a great idea that someone used, because at one point you are told a great story. I mean, I'm really in love with the story of the show. At one point you are really told with a great story, and on the second, on the other hand, you get the history lesson about like the real living authors, about the lives of, like, maybe there isn't a lot of this, but there are like those cool similarities that you can be like, okay, like it is really cool, and I'm really in love with it. What else can I say? Like, I imagine that author must be such an amazing person, because like he must has such a deep knowledge of those characters that like he creates, because like he must have a deep knowledge about the authors and their works and everything. And I think that's a really lovely thing. I really am. And I don't know the word in English. Fuck. I should prepare myself better. But like, yeah, I really love him for it. I cannot find a better word. Never mind. But yeah, this show is amazing. I think, like, check it out. I mean, also, yeah. If you're thinking about checking it out, because it is kind of weird and it doesn't it doesn't take the pace. Like, pretty much the whole first season of the show is just character, like meeting the characters. I have one episode or two to meet a certain character, and like the whole season pretty much is meeting the characters. Like the whole first season is a build up. It's like a prologue, a character description, more or less, like the introduction to the world, and you go into the second season. That's the place where the like fun begins. That's the place where you're hit with more of like story, more of lore. I would say it's real lovely. And the fourth season, oh my, like I've watched by now 4 episodes of it, but oh my, the fourth season is so amazing. Yeah. So it is again brief summary. I don't think I've said any spoilers in it, and also yeah, I will get better with it. I'm just starting with those reviews. I'll get better. Just give me time. So yeah, that's all. Have a good day, and I am running away to record a fair one. Bye.